Hi, I'm Belina. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. And I'm so happy to have you. And if you're new here, welcome. To everyone returning, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm still doing my, what I call Belina's 31 Days of Spectacular Scares. And I have a story I want to share with you. I found this in an article called uh, Thought Kellogg. And it's what they had asked people to do. They wanted to know about the creepiest or most bizarre phone calls they've received. And I read over a few. And there's some weird ones in there, but this is one that just actually really stuck out to me and kind of stayed with me. And I wanted to do a story on that. And this is kind of probably going to be kind of brief, but it's it's bizarre. Uh, the guy wrote in, and I don't know if they gave real names or used fake names. That I don't know. But the guy's name was Todd that sent this information in. And he said in high school he had been like doing theater. I think he started out like in high school, and then maybe he was like doing like it could have been like community theater. But anyway, he was doing a play, and he met a girl who was in a neighboring town that didn't live too far away from him. That she had the lead in a play, and they really hit it off. And he said her name was Lindsay, is the name he gave. And he said that he said she was pretty, funny, she was talented, but they didn't get romantically involved because, well, I guess it'd be like, which I've done that, but it may not always be wise. Uh, it would be like getting involved with somebody because, well, you are working with them. So it never was romantic. But they did a couple of weeks or so on this play they were doing. And of course, she wanted to stay in touch, and he did too. And they would talk on the phone, and they would go out occasionally, but it stayed platonic. They kept it at friendship. And he said then, as time went by, it kind of went down to just, a text once in a while. And I guess he thought she got busy with other things, and he probably did too. But then he said the last time she had called him, she had called to tell him that she had gotten into some type of program, a school for like the arts in New York, and she was going to move there at the end of summer. And of course, he was happy for that. And he said it was probably about 2 weeks before the semester was supposed to start. And he said it was around 3 a.m. and his phone rang. And he answered, and it was her. And he was surprised because he wasn't used to her calling. At that time, at 3 a.m. in the morning, he wasn't used to that. Her doing that, it was unusual. And he said he was half asleep, but then he got woke up, and he said, she said hi and was just talking away, and he said, well, she asked how had been doing, and he said, well, what about you? Are you doing okay? And she said, I'm amazing. And he said it was weird how she drug the word out. It was not in character for her. And now he said she did not do drugs. She would drink once in a while, but this just wasn't like something she would say. It struck him as odd. But then he talked to her for a little bit, and he told her, he said, well, he said, I'm pretty tired right now. He said, I'll call you back tomorrow. And she said, all right, love. And he said, now the only time that she ever called him that, because remember, they're not romantic, but he said when she was drunk, she would call him that. So I think he kind of assumed that she was drunk, and they hung up, and then the next morning he says it was around 8 o'clock. He gets a phone call from a mutual friend of theirs, and he said he could tell right away that there was something wrong. The way the friend's voice sounded, and he said, the friend said, I don't know how to tell you this, Todd, but Lindsay was killed in a car accident last night. And he said he was in so much shock because he still had that memory fresh. And he says he knows he was not dreaming because he said he laid there for a little while and thought about it. And finally got to sleep, thinking, she must have been drinking. But he said the only thing he could think to ask was what time this had happened. And the friend said what had happened is she went to a concert, and when she was coming back home, it was raining, and she hit a tree head on and was killed instantly. And he said it probably sounded strange to the friend, but it's like the first thing he asked was, what time did it happen? And he told him it happened at 10 p.m. And he talked to her at 3 a.m. So that is pretty eerie. So I wanted to share that. That's, wow, makes you think. It really does. So I'm going to go, and thank you so much for watching this, and tell me what you think. I mean, he seemed so sure that he was not asleep. Do you think she could have been reaching out from beyond the grave to, like, say goodbye to him, maybe? Put your, I would love to, I love your comments. Put your thoughts in the comments. I'd appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And I'd really love it if you would subscribe. And I would appreciate it so much. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the views and all the support. I don't have a big audience, but I love who I have. So, and I appreciate all of you so much. And I'm going to go now. And whatever it is for you, day or night, I hope you have a great one. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.